Good dog, and welcome back to the Norwegian campaign in Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. So, the ships I sent down here to deal with the American battleships have instead encountered a couple of light cruisers and a destroyer. So, we're gonna fight this one, and then maybe next month we're gonna get revenge for the loss of the battlecruiser Bustenskjold. What is going on with this, I think it's just the bow and aft sections being cut off in the image. Okay. I was, kind of confused there for a moment. Right. I think probably the cruiser should be able to handle this on their own, actually. Because we're just fighting two light cruisers and a destroyer. And these 11-inch guns should be more than capable of handling that. But since I've got the battleships here anyway, might as well make use of them. Including this, the mighty Edvard Grieg. The largest and mightiest battleship afloat, as far as I know. Unless the Germans have built something bigger, because they're the only ones capable of building anything of this size. With that massive super battleship hull. Hang on, do these outrange? This one? No, it doesn't. So why are they firing and not this one? Strange. Oh, because this one is still turning its turrets. Right. There we go. Grieg has opened up. It's too bad I only got one of these. Are you gonna land any hits on that destroyer? What's the range? 30 kilometers. It is nighttime though. There we go, the cruisers are spotted. Now, we need to select some targets here. I don't want to have everything targeting the same ship. There we go. One battleship and a cruiser for each of them. Of course, now the destroyer went invisible. And there we are. A couple good hits on Denver. Did you launch torpedoes? You did not. You we're briefly in torpedo range, but Denver goes down. Tucson left, which has now launched torpedoes. I'm going to turn the cruisers in, actually. Just have them go after that destroyer. These ones have to just turn away. I don't want to eat the spread of torpedoes for this. But I think we should be able to, there we go, delete that destroyer before any torpedoes arrive. Nice. Perfect. And we got a single British light cruiser. And it seems I've taken, was it Bangladesh that I was naval invading, and Burma with the army. Nice. And this is one of the unsinkables. Well, not unsinkable, but unfloodables. For some reason there are a couple of British hulls, that light cruiser hull amongst them, that just do not take flooding, no matter what. Apparently Brother Munro has also run into this, so it's not just on my end. I should still be able to just pound it to dust with all these 14.5 inch guns. These battlecruisers here have not really seen that much use. They've been just kind of not where the action has been happening. And yes, I have tested it. This C turret does in fact superfire the B turret. It couldn't be mounted in the ship designer with the barrels facing forwards, but they do clear the B turret in battle. So do they not? They did last I checked. Apparently now they don't. Maybe, yeah, it's probably down to elevation. No, that's probably it. I know I checked that before on some ship. Maybe it was maybe I'm thinking of a different class. Anyway, let's see if we can score some good penetrating hits here before we have to start dodging torpedoes. There we go. Nice. A couple of main belt pens and the job is done. Alright then. Let's see, where are we at? And those two American battleships are here. But they are going here. Alright, let's see. To Genda. Now we will have to start an invasion of Western India. Don't think I have anything in the Arabian Sea at the moment, no. So that invasion cannot be launched this turn, but we can do Borneo or Brunei. Let's see, where's Britain? All the way down here. They have a battlecruiser, suddenly. Borneo. It's gonna be one of these two ports. I only need one ship for each. Britain has a battlecruiser. Alright. What does America have? I know they have 2 battleships. Yeah, they already have almost a navy. They're building 48 ships. That's American industrial capacity for you. And Germany actually has they've got quite something. They've got quite something. I don't think their battleships are like the biggest ever. So here's the invasion circle. We're gonna have to fill that with about 1,000,000 tons. Let's do 1.5 million, just for good measure. That should be possible. Move these closer to Plymouth. Get some port strikes. Nice. That should be enough. Meanwhile, we're also taking Corsica from France. America needs 40,000 tons here to do that invasion. So what else is going on, like with army invasions and stuff? We got almost all of South America. Germany having a couple of little colonies. China has built some ships. It's not much. What about Greece? They've got nothing. Absolutely nothing. Spain has the same little task force they've had for a good while now. They have not built anything in years. Let's see. I need to suspend something just for a couple of months. We can suspend that one, and is that enough to bring me under? No, it is not. So we're gonna resume construction there, and instead suspend these two, or this one. That should be enough. Yeah, there we go. Just for a month or two until all of this clears up. I know I got some battlecruisers being repaired. That's 2 months. That should be enough, yeah. Alright. Alright. Onwards to June, and let's see if we can actually fight these two battleships. Alright, do we get vengeance? We're gonna find out after the mandatory port strikes. Here we go, we do get revenge. New Jersey and Illinois, the two Bainbridge class battleships that sank the battlecruiser Bustenskjold was her name. Now they're gonna go up against something probably a little bit out of their league. Yeah. And here we go. This time it does not look funky here. It looks normal. Cruisers, you're not really needed. I don't need any escorts against two battleships. They are spotting me. So I'm thinking Edvard Grieg can target one, and two others can target the other one. Oh, where is it? Far away. New Jersey has, she did take some damage fighting Bustenskjold. So she's not completely intact. Yeah, these were the ones I was thinking of. With the sea turret that I found was actually capable of super firing the B turret. Let's see if I'm actually right this time and not just lying. Looks like it. I'm not going to turn the entire formation though, just to show off. Let's see, Edvard Grieg, Torfinn, Leif. And they are returning fire. I want to shower them with a little bit of HE first. Because 20.5-inch HE has enough pen to go through superstructure and extended belts. In theory. Yes, there we go. And New Jersey just took a 12,000 damage hit. Illinois is actually blocking everything. There we go. Didn't block that one. Or that. still charging in. Let's see, we're talking 46 inches of third inner belt. Ooh, I'd have to be at like point blank range to go through that. Nice. Okay, have they selected new targets again on their own? I think they have. Yeah, Life was supposed to be targeting this. And it's kept the secondaries on it, but switched the main guns. Don't do that. New Jersey is just about done. New Jersey has been destroyed. Now it's just Illinois left, and well, not for long. Yep, she's gonna sink. And they're back to firing AP now, which is not as effective, as you can see. There we go. Right. Nice. Like, not a huge amount of victory points for sinking 2 battleships, because they're not that expensive. These are actually very affordable. 1.8 billion for a battleship armed with 18-inch guns is that's quite a steal. All right, that was that battle. Not that many transport losses for me this turn, but for the US, definitely. Let's see, I've taken Corsica. How about this invasion? 100%. Very nice. That was enough tonnage. Now, Western India. $200,000 tons. I'm gonna need to bring in some reinforcements here. Hello, there we go. Bombay. We're gonna bomb Bombay. And in the meantime, let's see, what's the 6.9, 5.7, 5.6. So Eastern Australia seems to be the most valuable here, 2.7. 5.3. Yeah, Eastern Australia. Quite valuable. How about New Zealand? 6.8. That's just one region, is it? I think it is. And the ports are not that big, which means I don't need a lot of tonnage to take it. I'm gonna send these here to Brisbane. Nice. Good bit of conquesting going on now. Let's see. They got one battleship somewhere. And where's the British battlecruiser? That is something I want to know. It must be this one. Yes. 65,000 tons. Alright. It's heading here. Because they had that naval invasion active. It just arrived. It's gonna arrive too late. Well, it is too late because the naval invasion failed. So it will maybe get drawn into my invasion of Western India. We're gonna find out next turn. And this American invasion here will fail because they don't have anything. Let's see, France, do you have anything left here? No, you don't. Send these ships back to I don't know, Barcelona or something. Where do they belong, actually, these two ships? Well, one belong here. Yeah, Dominant belongs here. And Kurland belongs in is it in this one? No? Oh, come on. Not that one. It's gotta be this one. Yes. Or actually, it doesn't really matter because it's a one-of-a-kind ship. It doesn't actually have any sisters, so I'm just gonna send it here. Don't really need more tonnage into this invasion circle, but it might, well, it can't hurt. So, let's see, we've got some spare tonnage now. I think if I unsuspend this, that will break everything. Quick math, yeah, it will. But I can suspend the sister ship instead for another month while we wait for, where is it? There we go, Dual Amundsen to be repaired. July 1956. USA has laid down a battleship of the Minnesota class. That's the not the one we just sank two of. That is the modernized dreadnought kind of battleship we sank last episode with the cruisers and the destroyers. Alright, that was it for this turn. Western Mediterranean. And they launch another friggin' invasion against me. Like... we can't have a peace treaty if you keep trying to do this crap, United States. And that's just because they had barely enough tonnage to pull that off. Yeah. Kind of annoying. This battlecruiser, is it not coming out to play? I can send out one of my battleships to deal with it. I think I will. Well, the rest of the fleet handles that invasion. It cannot be Edvard Grieg. She weighs too much. She's without her, I'm not gonna have the required tonnage. So it's got to be, I think, Torfinn. Right. Eastern Australia, 42,000 tons. Let's go. Do I have any, like, ships in the Med? I know I've got some cruisers. The Black Sea, I don't really need ships in the Black Sea. Because nothing is getting in there. Like, in theory, nothing is getting into the Mediterranean either, but the US does have some ports here that are constantly building stuff. Like so. So we're going to have some small like cruiser engagements, it seems. I'm going to have quite a few cruiser engagements because I'm sending out some cruisers here. They're sending out a lot more stuff too. I'm gonna split this task force in half. Just maximize my chances of getting some battles. There we go. Alright. Onwards. Alright, we got some meetings, got a strike, some convoys, and other things. Probably. Do the strike first. And more strikes, of course. Here we go. 1 light cruiser versus 3 American destroyers that have been sinking my transports. Probably. Because I know I lost some transports in the Western Mediterranean, and it's gotta have been from those guys. I'm pretty confident the Vidblade can take care of this. light cruisers are pretty good counters to destroyers, especially very cheap, like gunboat corvette type of destroyers like these ones. And let's see, they are in range. Turrets are traversing. What kind of torpedo range do they have? 13.3. Alright. And also I've got an almost 10 knot speed advantage, so there is that. See, maybe my torpedoes will hit, maybe they will not. I aimed them at the one in the center. I don't think they're gonna hit. Yeah, the entire enemy formation is turning. I'm just gonna go in and damn the torpedoes. So I'm a light cruiser. I've got sonar. Okay, these are minus 82% visibility, so they're not gonna be that easy to spot, even with sonar. There we go. They have launched. But if I just do some maneuvering, I think the enemy torpedoes will miss by quite a bit. My torpedoes might score a couple of hits. Let's see. No. Yes. Excellent. Yeah, they've all launched now. I just gotta trust that my maneuvering has thrown off their aim. So far, only minor damage sustained. And we're about to sink this one. Yes, nice. Now, sadly, these are incredibly inexpensive, so the victory points payout for this is not that impressive. Now I think it might be an idea to send some ships back to the Mediterranean and just naval invade what the Americans have left in Italy and Palestine, maybe? Something like that. That region. Might be Syria, actually. So, 2 battlecruisers versus 2 light cruisers. It's not much of a fair fight. But if they were not constantly throwing hopeless naval invasions against me, they would have had a peace treaty by now. And would not have to throw away their light cruisers that cost about the same as my battle cruisers. I think theirs is about almost $1 billion as well. I had forgotten these were this affordable. There you go. They were spotted for a split second and then smoked up. The second one is still invisible. There we go. Good hit already. Helge Jordal can keep targeting Albany while Roald Amundsen takes Milwaukee. And Helge Jordal is scoring some pretty meaty hits on poor Albany, which is very close to sinking already. That's when she of course switched fire. But no, you're gonna have to finish what you started. And they have launched torpedoes. I think that's the end of Albany. That was the end of Albany, which means there's gonna be no more switching of the targets here, because there's only one left. There we go. And there we go. That was about the same amount of damage by both ships. Nice. No losses taken. Alright, let's see, transport losses. 5 in North Sea, and that's it. Land invasion of southern England was pushed back, but that's expected. That was why I launched the naval invasion, because I could see the land invasion was going nowhere. Okay, down here's the invasion. $42,000 tons. That's not much. Not much at all. Sulawesi? Sure. 2000. No, let's see, was it Brunei? Yes. Let's finish off Borneo first before we do anything else. And then the convoy battle. We got J4801, the 1950 refit, versus a British Liberty class destroyer. Now these are my one of my gunboat kind of destroyer designs that were never really as good as I hoped at fighting enemy destroyers. But let's see if we can get this done. It's only a single transport. It's not a huge convoy or anything. Guns on Mayfly, torpedoes on transport Achilles. There we go. Yeah, it's got these single 5.8-inch guns. It's pretty punchy. To get closer and then try and maybe get the enemy destroyer with torpedoes that are aimed at the transport. I keep trying to do this. Sometimes it works. Often it doesn't. There we go, 5 torpedoes in the water. And the next 5. Scored a couple of hits already. And the enemy destroyer is still hanging around the transport, so maybe we can get lucky here. No, I don't think so. And the single 5.2-inch gun has opened up. Maybe I should try building one of these that only has single barrel guns, because the base length of the single 5-inch gun is longer than the base length of double barrel guns. So you can get more range out of it, more range and accuracy, just from that fact. Well, we've scored the first flooding hits. On Mayfly. But now we're gonna... Oh, okay. Lucky. That torpedo looked like it would have hit. There we go. We're taking huge hits now. And this will not work. We got off to a decent start, putting in the first couple of good hits on the enemy ship, but the amount of damage my ship was taking compared to what this was taking from my hits, that's pretty drastic. It might just be down to difference in hull resistance, maybe. At least that's gonna be my cope. Alright. Let's see, you got some ships down there. Let's send some ships to deal with you. You do not have enough tonnage to do that invasion, but you're welcome to keep trying. Lebanon is what they had. Which I am now invading from the from land. I might need more tonnage to invade central Italy, but well, if needs be, I can send some of this stuff. This cruiser can go back to... I can go to Scapa Flow, actually. Alright. What happened to that British battlecruiser I was hunting? Where did it go? Oh, of course, you went to port. That was not what I wanted you to do, but luckily you were not damaged. That's a destroyer. Where is their battlecruiser? It's here now. Okay, it's heading for this conquest battle. Fair enough. I got some ships that can deal with it. There we go. Right. Right. Onwards to September. And I just realized I forgot to unsuspend that battleship, which I should have done because now I have the free capacity. Also, Germany just scrapped a bunch of ships. Alright. One heavy cruiser versus a lot of my destroyers. No, thank you. Okay, I guess we have to. I guess we have to. Alright. The stuff has to be organized. K-55s, you have to just try and get away. You're kind of too slow. You're holding up the formation. So you are going home. You two will have to try and land some torpedoes. It's a stormy night? No, it's a stormy day. How far away are we? We're pretty close. But the problem is, this heavy cruiser is faster than my destroyers. So trying to catch up with it, it's a bit of a fool's errand. I'm just gonna have to try and sling torpedoes at it from long range, and hope we can score a couple of hits. Well, my torpedoes have been launched. Sadly, Helena is maneuvering and will probably avoid all of those torpedoes. No problem. Maybe. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get any torpedo hits. Not against a single heavy cruiser. Not one that is faster than my destroyers. So we're just gonna have to spread everything out. In different directions. So Helena cannot follow everything. See, you're getting away, right? The K-class boats are also escaping. It seems Helena is now just following Viking 29. So we're just gonna have to draw it away from the other ones. Smoke up again. You can still spot me, and they're catching up. Do I get the end battle option soon? There we go. Alright. Lost one Viking class destroyer. That's not the end of the world. Let's see. We got some strikes, of course. We're gonna fight a single British destroyer. Very exciting. I think I'm just gonna do that one off camera, and then next time we're gonna find out what kind of other battles we're getting. Are we getting to fight that British battlecruiser? That's what I'm curious to see. Goodbye, and take care.